Abu Sufyan radiallahu anh said, Al-harbu baynana wa baynahu sijal. Ibn Barri in Lisan al-Arab said, Sijal is a term from when the Arab used to go to the wells to compete with each other. Each individual would draw water from the well with a rope and a bucket. Whoever gets more water in his bucket is the winner. It's not really something you control. You do not control how much water fills your bucket. So they took turns in winning. No ultimate winner. So the term sijal was then used as a metaphor or a term to describe the outcome of wars. Abu Sufyan radiallahu anh mentioned the exact wording a second time when he was summoned by Hiraql. The first time he mentioned it was after he was boasting after the battle of Uhud. Hiraql summoned him. In the hadith that's in Sahih Muslim, he summoned him to question him and asked him some questions. Hiraql said, فَهَلْ قَاتَلْتُمُوهُ? Abu Sufyan said, قُلْتُ نَعَمْ. قَالَ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ قِتَالُكُمْ إِيَّهُ? He said, how was the war? Hiraql wants to know how the war was. Abu Sufyan said, الْحَرْبُ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَهُ سِجَالٌ يَنَالُ مِنَّا وَنَنَالُ مِنْهُ. Hiraql said, are you at war with him? The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Sufyan radiallahu anh said, yes. Hiraql said, well, what's the outcome of that war? He said, الْحَرْبُ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَهُ سِجَالٌ يَنَالُ مِنَّا وَنَنَالُ مِنْهُ. It's shared in turns. Sijal. Abu Sufyan radiallahu anh said, of course he wasn't a believer at that time. Abu Sufyan radiallahu anh said, sometimes he suffers a loss at our hands, sometimes we suffer a loss at his hands. And after all the questions that he asked Abu Sufyan, Hiraql came up with his conclusion. He said, وَسَأَلْتُكَ هَلْ قَاتَلْتُمُوهُ فَزَعَمْتَ أَنَّكُمْ قَدْ قَاتَلْتُمُوهُ فَتَكُونُ الْحَرْبُ بَيْنَكُمْ وَبَيْنَهُ سِجَالٌ يَنَالُ مِنْكُمْ وَتَنَالُونَ مِنْهُ وَكَذَلِكَ الرُّسُلُ تُبْتَلَى ثُمَّ تَكُونُ لَهُمُ الْعَاقِبَةُ وَلَيَبْلُغَنَّ مُلْكَهُ مَا تَحْتَ قَدَمِهِ وَلَيَبْلُغَنَّ مُلْكَهُ مَا تَحْتَ قَدَمِهِ. In another narration he said, فَزَعَمْتَ أَنَّ الْحَرْبَ سِجَالٌ وَدُوَلٌ فَكَذَلِكَ الرُّسُلُ تُبْتَلَى ثُمَّ تَكُونُ لَهُمُ الْعَاقِبَةُ. That's how prophets are. They're tried before the final victory is theirs. I asked you, Hiraql said, whether you've been at war with him, and you said, you have been at war with him. And that victory between you and him is shared by turns. Sometimes they suffer losses at your hand, and sometimes you suffer losses at their hands. And he said, وَكَذَلِكَ الرُّسُلُ تُبْتَلَى ثُمَّ تَكُونُ لَهُمُ الْعَاقِبَةُ. That's how the prophets are. They're tried before the final victory is theirs. Messengers and muwahideen who follow in their path are tried, but the ultimate victory is always theirs. Keep in mind, at this point, like I said, it was two non-Muslims talking to each other. Hiraql wasn't a believer, and at that point Abu Sufyan had still not embraced Islam, but they were given facts. Hiraql said, وَلَيَبْلُغَنَّ مُلْكَهُ مَا تَحْتَ قَدَمِهِ. His rule will extend without a doubt to this place which is under my feet, where I'm standing right here today. And it was as he predicted. Just a few years after that. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, a small number of outnumbered muwahideen in the battle of Al-Yarmouk took down the mightiest empire with the strongest army of their time. And that's exactly what will happen time and time again. And the statement of Hiraql while he was on a ship fleeing Bilad al-Sham will be echoed by the Tawaghit again and again when he said farewell and long farewell to Syria. We'll never meet again. And he never met Syria again.